Hi everyone, this is our last poem for the poetry unit, the pandemic poetry that we've been writing. This kind of poem is called a cinquain, and it follows a 5-line structured pattern, which I will explain below. Just note that it does not rhyme, and you can write it by following the pattern. Let's look at the pattern first. It's 5 lines. The first line is a noun. That's a person, place, or thing. The second line is 2 adjectives sort of describing that person, place, or thing. Line 3 is 3 ing verbs. Line 4 is a phrase. And line 5 is a synonym for the first noun. A synonym is a word that means the same thing. So let's look at the example. This is actually from Charlotte's Web. It's about Wilbur, who's a pig. And if you've read or seen Charlotte's Web, the movie, you'll understand it. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at their example. And then I'm going to provide you 2 more. The first line, noun, Wilbur. 2 adjectives that describe Wilbur. One is humble, one is radiant. And those are actually the words that Charlotte used in her web to describe Wilbur. 3 ing verbs. We have playing, crying, hoping. A phrase. It says, Will always love Charlotte. Wilbur and Charlotte were friends, and Wilbur will always love her. And then the last line, a synonym for that first noun, Wilbur is a pig. So we have pig for it. So here's the whole poem. Wilbur, humble, radiant, playing, crying, hoping, will always love Charlotte, pig. So now you're going to write 2 cinquains of your own, first about a person and then about an animal. I'll give you an example for a person. I'm going to use my daughter. I like to use her, so because I know her real well. Her name is Lizzie. So that's my noun, Lizzie. 2 adjectives that describe her are energetic and enthusiastic. 3 ing verbs that describe Lizzie are running, climbing, and hiking. A phrase. Lizzie loves to be outside. And now a noun or a synonym that talks about Lizzie, which is sort of a word that means the same thing. I put nature lover because that's something that my daughter loves, to be outside, to be looking at nature, and just sort of to be with plants and animals, and that's something she enjoys. So again, this poem, I'll read the whole thing now. Lizzie, energetic, enthusiastic, running, climbing, hiking. Lizzie loves to be outside, nature lover. Okay, now I'm going to do one for an animal, and this is for my dog. His name is Sergeant. And 2 adjectives that describe Sergeant is he's big, he's really big, and he's brown. So those are 2 words that describe him. 3 ing words. Barking, fetching, begging. He's always begging and barking, and he loves to fetch. A phrase. Sergeant is a good boy. And now my noun synonym, dog. Okay, so let me read through this one again. Sergeant. Big brown. Barking, fetching, begging. Sergeant is a good boy. Dog. So think of a person you want to write your cinquain about, and also an animal. Maybe it's a pet or a wild animal that you really like, and you should be able to write both of these pretty easily. These don't have to rhyme. Remember though, when we're working with any noun, if it's a proper noun, that should be capitalized. And we're also capitalizing this last synonym as well as we look through. Make sure your mom and dad look at it for correct spelling, and then you'll be all ready to go to publish them. And that is the last poem in our pandemic poetry unit. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Thanks a lot for doing them, and we'll talk to you later.